Dear grade 10 students, welcome to a new English lesson. Our lesson today is Grammar, Unit 7, Articles. Please prepare your student books page 92 and let's get started. In today's lesson, we have three objectives. Number 1, to recall the differences between the articles a, an, and the. Number 2, to infer the uses of definite and indefinite articles from given examples. Number 3, to apply the knowledge of articles to complete a text with a high degree of accuracy. Now let's start our lesson. By the following activity. Label the pictures below using a, an, or the. For example, the first picture, can you say it? That's right. We say an apple. Now pause the video for a while. Label the rest of the pictures. Now let's answer together. That's correct, a desk. The third picture is an umbrella. And here, this is a hospital. And finally, this is the sun. That's correct. So, what do we call a, an, and the? Can you think of the answer? That's right. We call them articles. Let's find out more about articles. Now let's take another exercise. Find out the articles in the following sentences. I own a cat and 2 dogs. I ate an apple yesterday. The apple was juicy and delicious. Pause the video for a while. Underline the articles in each sentence. Now, let's answer together. Where is the article in number 1? It's correct. It's A. I own a cat. Number 2, I ate an apple yesterday. So, where is the article? It's correct. An. The apple was juicy and delicious. So the article here is the. Now let's find out what is the difference between an apple and the apple in sentence 2. So, an apple is unknown and it's not mentioned before. It's not mentioned or known to the reader which apple I'm talking about. How about the second one, the apple? So, the apple here is known to the reader. That's why I say the, because I have mentioned it before in the previous sentence. So, I have here a and an. They are called indefinite articles. How about the? The apple here, as we said, is known and mentioned before, so we call it the definite article. Now let's find out what's the difference between a definite article and an indefinite article by answering these two questions. What does a definite article mean? What does an indefinite article mean? Let's find out together. A definite article, which is the, is used before a noun to indicate that the identity of the noun is known to the reader. For example, when you say, I bought a t-shirt and a dress. The dress is white. So in the second sentence here, I use the before the word dress. Why? Because the dress has been mentioned before in the previous sentence, so it has become known to the reader which dress I'm talking about. It's the dress that I bought. Number 2. Doha is located in the east coast of Qatar, and it's a very known place, so we use the. How about the indefinite article? What does it mean? The indefinite article, we have a and an. The indefinite article is used before a noun when its identity is not known to the reader. For example, when you say, we are looking for a place to camp. We are not talking about a specific place here. Maria's father is an accountant. Now let's find out together what's the difference between a and an. Read the sentences and answer the questions. There is a patient in the waiting room. I bought an electrical bulb yesterday. I ate an apple, not a sandwich. Now pause the video for a while. Try to answer these two questions. What type of words come after a? What type of words come after an? Let's answer together. Let's look at the first word. It's a patient. What do you notice about the initial sound? Is it a consonant or a vowel? Let's take another example. A sandwich. What do you notice also about the first or the initial sound? Is it for a consonant or a vowel sound? That's correct. So, we use a when the next word begins with a consonant sound. How about an? Let's look at these two words. An electrical bulb, an apple. What do you notice about the initial sound? Is it for a vowel or a consonant sound? That's correct. So, we use an when the next word begins with a vowel sound. Let's take another exercise in your student book, page 92, exercise A. Read the examples below and circle the correct words to complete the rules in the box. Now, let's read the examples together. The Caspian Sea is a lake, not a sea. Suddenly, the sharks attacked the boat and the passengers got really scared. There is a national park in California, in the US, which is called Sequoia National Park. The park is famous for its giant sequoia trees. Now, let's choose the correct answer. What do you notice about the words after the, and a or an? We use before a singular countable noun. And countable nouns are the items that we can count. When we refer to it in a general sense or when it is mentioned for the first time, it means here it's not known to the reader. So the correct answer is, that's correct, it is a or an. Number 2, we use before a noun which is something unique, is used in a specific sense or has been mentioned before, which means it's known to the reader. So the correct answer here is, that's right, it's the. Let's go to your grammar reference in your student books, page 140. Please pause the video for a while and read the rules of using articles well. Now let's take another exercise. Read the sentence below and choose the appropriate article. Dinosaurs are classified as reptiles. How can I use articles in this sentence? Let's find out. We can say the dinosaurs are classified as reptiles. We can also say a dinosaur is classified as a reptile. Also using the plural form, dinosaurs are classified as reptiles is correct. So what's the difference between the three videos? Which articles is used with the species nouns? Pause the video for a while. Think of the answer. Now let's find out the answer together. So, the dinosaurs are classified as reptiles. It means all the dinosaurs, so we are talking about dinosaurs in general. The second one, a dinosaur is classified as a reptile, means every dinosaur is classified as a reptile. Finally, the plural form also gives a general meaning. We mean here that all dinosaurs are classified as reptiles. So, the, a or an, plus plural forms can be used with nouns representing species. For example, when you say the tigers, you can say also tigers. You can also say a tiger. Another example, the insects, an insect, or insects. Now let's recall the uses of the definite article the. Do you remember? It is used before a noun which is something unique. For example, to say the moon, the sun, the universe. You think of more examples? Okay. It is used before a noun which has been mentioned before. For example, to say, I ate an apple, the apple was juicy. It is used also before countable and uncountable nouns, singular and the plural. For example, to say, the student, the students, and the air, the water. Now, let's find out more uses for the word the. What are the other uses of the? Let's find out together. Read the sentences below and match with the appropriate use of the definite article the. Here you have some sentences and the use of each case. I want you to pause the video for a while, read the sentence, and match it with the correct use of the. Let's take an example. Number 1. The house which is next to ours is old. So, what's the use of the here? That's correct. It is for things that are defined. It's knowing here which house I'm talking about. Now please pause the video. Answer the rest of the questions. Welcome back. Let's answer together. Hamad is the best student of all. Look at the word the best. Yes, that's correct. It is a superlative of adjectives or adverbs. Now, 3. The Gobi Desert is in Asia. So, we are talking about names of places that are very known to the people, like names of seas, oceans, rivers, canals, coasts, gulfs, deserts, groups of islands, and mountains. Then, the Chinese invented paper. So what is the use of the here? That's correct. Before nationalities, when we refer to the whole nation. The Simpsons came to see us. So, what does it refer to here? Or what is the use of the here? That's correct. It's before people's surnames when we refer to the whole family. Finally, this is a school for the blind. So, the use here is with adjectives referring to classes of people. Now please pause the video for a while. Try to write down more examples using the definite article the. Read the sentences below and choose the appropriate article. No article, the or a. Water is something we shouldn't waste. So what do you think the correct answer is? That's right. It is no article. Water is something we shouldn't waste. Why do you think the correct answer here is no article? Look at the word water. Is it countable or a non-countable word? That's correct. So, we use no article with uncountable nouns like sugar, blood, air. These nouns cannot be counted. One more example. Read the sentence below and choose the appropriate article. Zero article or no article, the, a. Volcanoes exist on Earth and on other planets like Mars. So, the correct answer is volcanoes exist on Earth and on other planets like Mars. So, which article is used with plural countable nouns which refer to something in general? Notice here the word volcanoes. It's a countable noun, and it's also plural noun. So, here we use the zero article. We use it before plural countable nouns which refer to something in general, like planet, musicians, falls. Now let's go to your student book, page 92, uses of articles. Remember that before a noun which represents a species, we can use a or an. We can also use the or the plural form. For example, a penguin can't fly. The penguin can't fly. Penguins can't fly. Let's talk about the no article. It is used before uncountable nouns and the plural countable nouns which refer to something in a general sense. For example, to say, water is something we shouldn't waste. Volcanoes exist on Earth, but also on other planets like Mars. So the word water here is uncountable noun. Also, the word volcanoes refers to plural countable noun, which refers to something in general. I'm talking about volcanoes, all volcanoes. Let's check our understanding by answering the following questions. Fill in the gaps with a, the, or no article. Doha is capital city of Qatar. I bought 2 skirts and bag. Please pause the video for a while. Answer these 2 questions. Now let's answer together. What comes before the word Doha? That's right, it's a 0 article. Do you know why? Because it's a city. We don't use articles before cities. Doha is the capital city of, that's correct, before Qatar, there is no article. I bought 2, that's right, no article. I bought 2 skirts. And, that's correct, a bag. The word bag is mentioned for the first time, and also it's a singular one, so I can use a before it. Now let's practice what we have just learned by answering the following exercise in your student book, page 92, exercise B. Circle the correct words. The story of Arabian oryx is an amazing one. So I'm talking here about a very known animal, which is, that's correct, the Arabian oryx is. So what's the correct article here? That's right, an amazing one. Now please pause the video for a while. Try to answer the rest of the questions. Welcome back. Let's answer together. These animals, which live in dry desert environments across Arabian Peninsula. So because I have here Arabian Peninsula, we use the article, that's correct, the. Actually became extinct in wild back in 1972. So the correct answer here is the. The wild population was eventually rebuilt after several years of conservation work. So, no article. And today the animals can be found in many countries of Arabia. That's correct. No article. They are able to survive in dry climate there. So, the correct is the. Because they can go without drinking for long periods of, that's correct, long periods of time. In fact, they can survive just on water. Note here the word water is uncountable, so it takes no article. Contained in the plants that they eat. For this reason, oryx often eat at, yes, that's correct, at night. So takes no article. When the plants contain more water, space golden toad, which is also very known, so it takes the golden toad. And here we are talking about generally about that kind of toads, also known as Monteverde toad. So that's correct, it's the. Used to live in, that's right, the rainforest of Costa Rica. So Costa Rica doesn't take an article. It was, that's correct, a common species in, yes, that's right, in the past. But in 1988, only 10 were found. Sadly, the research team, which was sent a year later, could only find one. It was declared extinct in 2007, and biologists say main cause was pollution. So, the main cause was pollution, and that's right, disease. Doesn't take an article here because it's unknown which disease exactly we're talking about.